I call the Belvedere City Council regular meeting to order for the June 15th, 2020 meeting. The clerk will call the roll.
Arivalo.
Present.
Brereton.
Here.
Fleury.
Here.
Here.
Frank. Freeman.
Here.
McGee.
Here.
Porter.
Here.
Ratcliffe.
Here.
Snow.
Here.
Stevens.
Here.
10 in participation.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Will you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heavenly Father, we welcome your ever-present guiding spirit as we convene to serve our Belvedere citizens. Our world today is frightening and fraught with fearful challenge. A viral enemy that we cannot feel or taste or hear. Last year's vibrant economy is on the floor and may take considerable time to get up. Race relations are once again at a dangerous level of tension, with nonviolent protests being shoved aside by those wanting to burn, loot, and destroy. Why must we always hurt so much to begin to heal once again? Help us to understand, Lord, and embolden us to find our moral compass and refuse to be labelers and enablers, but instead peacemakers, showing respect to all those who are law-abiding, honest folks who want the true meaning of freedom to ring once again across this wonderful land. We thank you for our beautiful Belvedere and its good people. Let us be an example to the world on how to value one another, to build, not tear down, to raise our children to understand the cost of freedom and honor those who stand between us and darkness, and to move forward together, a community of faith and caring. We ask these things in your name, precious Lord. Amen. Okay, under public comment, we have no one registered for public comment this evening. Under approval of minutes, under 4A, we have approval of minutes of the regular meeting of the Belvedere City Council of June 1st, 2020 is presented. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Alderman Arivalo. May I have a second, please?
I'll second that.
Second by Alderman Stevens. Questions, comments, or proposed amendments to the minutes as presented? Hearing none, all those in favor will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Arivalo.
Aye.
Brereton.
Aye.
Fleury.
Aye.
Frank.
Aye.
Freeman.
Aye.
McGee.
Aye.
Porter.
Aye.
Ratcliffe.
Aye.
Snow.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
10 in favor.
Minutes are approved unanimously. Under public hearing, we have none this evening, which takes us to item 6, special messages and proclamations, and I have a couple of things for us tonight. First is a memo from the city attorney to myself and the alderman. Pardon me? It's from me to the alderman, written by the city attorney. How's that? It's Public Act 101-0640, determination that a in-person attendance may not be prudent at this time. In compliance with Public Act 101-0640 and the governor's most recent declaration of a disaster, I hereby determine that in-person attendance at City Council and Committee of the Whole meetings by the entire body of each entity is not prudent or practical. As such, meetings will be conducted remotely in accordance with Public Act 101-0640 for the duration of the governor's disaster declaration relating to the COVID-19 pandemic and as it may be extended or reissued in the future. The clerk shall file this determination with the city's records and make it part of the minutes of this meeting. Thank you.
And Mr. Mayor, do you want me to explain briefly why we did that to the council?
Yes, I would. I think that would be wonderful.
So as I'd indicated in the past, we were awaiting execution by the governor of the new Public Act amendments to the Open Meetings Act. He did that on late Friday afternoon. The Public Act codifies in state statute some of the actions which he'd taken in allowing us to have remote meetings. Because as you know, under the former Open Meetings Act, in most cases, you had to attend the meeting to participate. The act allows the governor or DCEO to declare a disaster. If they do that, and only if the head of the public body, in this case the mayor, renders the determination that he just rendered, then we can allow remote attendance at meetings. And there's a whole bunch of hoops we have to jump through, one of which is to have the ability for the public to watch the meeting remotely, which of course they can do on Channel 20, and they can listen to it currently on YouTube, which we are streaming on this evening. So that is the reason for this determination. Just so you know, the governor's current executive orders declaring the disaster expire at the end of this month, so unless he renews it, next Monday's meeting is really the only time we'll be utilizing this format for the foreseeable future.
If it's extended, we'll extend, and it is our thought that if we do move into the next phase, we will reopen City Hall at that time. So the other thing, and I'm sure that everybody's heard little bits and pieces and had some idea of this and some idea of that. About 3 weeks ago, we noticed on Facebook that there was a Black Lives Matter group, Belvedere group, that was proposing a protest. Interestingly, the day after I noticed it, I got a phone call at the office from a young lady, Christy Korostecki, who is a housewife with 5 wonderful kids here. And she asked if she could come in, and their group could come in, and talk to us, the chief and myself. Because what they really wanted to do was change what their organization was really wanting to do, and they wanted to talk to us about that. So the upshot of that is we had meetings on the 3rd and on the 10th. Lengthy meetings that started about 4:30 and ran to 6 or a little later. And I have a little bit of information. They are not a Black Lives Matter activist group. They have named their group, made up of Belvedere citizens, got the wrong page here. Belvedere Social Justice and Peace Society. We met the people, we talked with the people, we got to like the people, we laughed with them, and their whole idea is to create an open communication for all citizens in the city of Belvedere. They are not anti-police. In fact, in a communication they sent to us, they are looking forward to a collaborative effort between community members and our officials, including the mayor, the Belvedere Police Department, Boone County Sheriff's Department, the Fire Department, and all city officials who would like to be part of this. They understand that our police department is no reflection on what has happened nationwide, and particularly in Minneapolis, and that our officers are not to be held accountable for actions of other people. They are not requesting that our police officers or anyone else take a knee. So we've been talking about how to arrange this peace walk. And initially, when we started out this week, we were thinking maybe Sunday, but because it's Father's Day and because a lot of churches are just starting back and they really want to maximize their flock's attendance, that we're going to try to move it to Saturday. We will have a closed-off area that we will walk, and there will be presentations that will speechify on the beginning end and the back end. We hope to get some ice cream from Dean's Foods and some cereal bars from General Mills to hand out. There will be a voting registration at the end at the community building. The plan at this point is to start out at the community building, to walk First Street, take a left on State, walk State Street right down the middle to the State Street Bridge, and have some addresses there, turn around and walk back to the community building, and then have some speeches there, and be able to just talk with one another, and then maybe all go have a late breakfast. The leader of this group is a gentleman named Ray Richmond. Ray is a veteran who was a military policeman in the service. He is a Belvedere resident. He owns a barbershop in Elgin, a barbershop in Rockford, and soon to be a barbershop here in Belvedere. He's extremely soft-spoken and a nice gentleman, and he's an assistant coach at Guilford High School for kids basketball. The people that make up this group are housewives, students, college students, people who work in various different industries and jobs. We thought that they were pretty great people, and it is not their intent. In fact, they offered up to us if anybody tried to do anything that was a little more than peaceful, they would get between them and us, meaning city officials and police department and folks like that. I mean, they're very adamant about building a bridge of communication, which, as we all know, communication solves the problem of violence when you openly communicate with people. I was very discouraged this weekend because there was some stuff on Facebook that is inciting violence. And it's very unfortunate because it involves some people that were once held in esteem in this community. And I'm having the state's attorney, and possibly I may take it higher to an investigative agency of the government to look into this, because they're saying things that Belvedere's, how'd they put it, extreme leftist Democratic mayor is inviting an Antifa to come and terrorize Belvedere, and that we're inviting the group in Rockford that has been doing all the protests to come and terrorize Belvedere. That is absolutely not the truth. I've been a registered Republican all my life, and I don't even know how to say Antifa the right way, apparently. So I learned that today. There is nothing of the sort there, but to rattle that sword and have people respond, well, we know our Second Amendment rights and nobody's going to trash anything in Belvedere. The last thing we want to do is have people coming downtown with guns to protect Belvedere from a non-existent threat. And so I would encourage everyone within sound of my voice, let's give peace a chance. As I said in my invocation, we always have to hurt so much before we can heal in this country. And every time that we have something that happens that is wrong and that everybody gets riled up, instead of solving the issue, this looting and burning and rioting starts, and it pushes back civil rights and human rights another decade for us to recover from it. I think we're better than that in this community, and that's what this Peace and Solidarity Walk is about, and you are all invited. I'll let you know tomorrow or the next day for sure, whether it's Saturday or Sunday, and exactly what time it is. We think the walk and everything will probably take an hour and a half from start to finish. But I think that this is an opportunity, and Chief, you can chime in here. I think that we felt, after we talked to these folks, and they did this the right way, they contacted us, that rather than have to, because if we had a peaceful protest here and people started to interfere with it, our police department would have to protect them, because, you know, the Constitution says you have the right to protest. So we just thought being with them was better than having to just get between them and somebody who's trying to do something wrong. But I will tell you, we will not tolerate anybody doing any damage here. Chief, you want to?
Maybe. Yeah, it seems like what we've been seeing both nationally and even regionally, that this group is trying to go about it the right way. And I think it's normal for anybody that hasn't had the opportunity to meet with this group to have some apprehension based off of what they have seen at a national level and even to our neighbors on the border. But after meeting with the admin team of this group, I feel they're genuine in their message. Their message is positive. They want good things for our community, and they want to open or bridge any gaps of communication that there may be. And one of the things that I thought was positive is they're not looking just to end it after this rally. This is something that they see as a beginning of long-term communication to potentially address things that maybe people within their group bring to them. And it's an opportunity for us to work with the community and just another avenue to do, especially what the police department's been trying to do with our community policing program. And it's just another opportunity for us to enhance that, to work with more people, to get more people involved from the community. We've already mentioned that to this group about our Citizens Police Academy and all of the different opportunities that are out there to get our community involved with the police department. Is there a chance for people to take advantage of this opportunity that don't have a positive message, that may try to make it their own and drown out the positivity that we're trying to create? Sure. But I guarantee you that we are anticipating any of those potential situations. We're planning for it. We're working with the Sheriff's Department, State Police, other agencies that are willing to assist to make sure that we have all of those contingency plans in place to make sure that this goes off as smoothly as possible and to make it as successful as I think we can.
Thank you very much. As I said, we'll determine the date in the next day or so, but hopefully we're going to do it Saturday instead of Sunday because the point was made, it's Father's Day, right? And people would like to be home with their families. So that's that. Up next, we have Ms. Pamela Fettis from Growth Dimensions is here to give her monthly update. Ms. Fettis, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mayor, and good evening, Alderman. Last month, I shared with you an initiative that we've been working with. We talked about how we are coming together as a community, and we tried to do that in response to the COVID-19 epidemic. So we had gathered leaders throughout our community, supporting that public health response, providing resources, sharing data, making that connection with the state of Illinois and with the phases, providing tools and resources to the community so we can prepare for reopening. We've done a lot of this through our Forward Boone County website, which is actually linked to the city of Belvedere. It's on Growth Dimensions site. It's on the Chamber site. So really, and it's on the Boone County site. Regarding their trusted source, all you have to do is go to that, hit Forward Boone, and you go into the site. We have purchased a URL, so eventually you'll be able to go directly into the site as well. So we've been providing this information through public releases, through social media. We've been trying to find creative ways in order to reach out to the community and share this information. It's really their one-stop resource for materials and tools. In like that, our leaders are still getting questions from the general public, from businesses, on what they needed to do in order to move forward and need some guidance. We actually held our first Forward Forum last week on outdoor dining and what to expect. We had expertise and guidance from our community. Gina had provided it for the city of Belvedere. We had Boone County. We had the health department, and they provided that expertise on what tools, resources are available, address questions that restaurant owners might have, as well as people that are looking to enter a facility. We'll want to make sure that the public are feeling comfortable. So that recording is on the Forward Boone site as well. So in case you miss it or would like to refer somebody to that, you're more than welcome to do so. In addition, we've been engaging with a number of businesses, and one of the things that we've been working on is a fast-track training program. Now, this initiative actually we started working on with the support and collaboration of the City of Belvidere, and we're implementing 2 cohorts for new and existing entrepreneurs in order for them to help gain knowledge and the skills and the resources in order to develop their business. We really feel that this will be a very comprehensive ecosystem and training so we can help retain our business and grow our business within Boone County and Belvidere. So this fast track program, we're now going to be called the Venture Program, and so we'll be releasing that very soon. We're in the process of securing a trainer or trainers for this program for implementation in early fall. And we've also been responding to a number of projects. More recently, one of the large projects has been Project Mask. This was a request for a manufacturer who is seeking to produce some PPE equipment. This is an international company that's looking to partner with a company in the United States. This investment can bring up to 30 jobs within the region. In addition, we have Project Jump, which is a warehouse and distribution facility, which can mean between $16 million to $38 million in investment, and can also mean 175 jobs to 400 jobs to the region. Also, last week there was a very good question regarding our focus and how we could what our focus is as far as industries. And what I'd like to do for the next meeting is provide you with a comparison and across different industries and how that affects the changes you have in the earnings in the region, the changes in jobs, whether or not it's direct jobs or indirect jobs, and the changes it has on the taxes and production and imports. So I'll share that in more detail at the next meeting.
Okay. Thank you, Pam. Any questions for Pam? Yes, Alderman Frank, please.
I'm wondering if Pam could tell us what's going into Shopko. Last time she thought it was going to be a data center or something.
Do you want me to take that one, Pam?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Belvidere was one of the finalists, and the Shopko property being the hub for the RVC Advanced Technology Center. Last week we spent time showing the facility and the plan to the trustees from RVC, and they will be making a decision at their next meeting. The other finalists are the old Stenstrom, which used to be the original technology center for RVC, and also building from the ground up at the airport. I like our chances. So, yes.
I have another question. Maybe you can say, do you know anything about the 400 jobs that we may have lost through the Chrysler supplier?
Yeah, we have the permanent layoffs with one of the Syncreon plants. They didn't get the bid for the part, But I will tell you, the Chrysler plant is closed this week, so they can open up with 2 shifts. They're doing run 1 shift, so they can open up with 2 shifts next week. These things happen from time to time because Chrysler reaches out to their suppliers to bid for parts, and with the economy being the way that it is, if someone can deliver the quality part at a lower price, that's who's going to get the bid. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. We had a number of people, and they're not. A lot of people that work there are just like the people that work at the FCA plant. They come from about an hour and a half around, about 70-mile radius. Yeah, we received the warn notices about Syncreon a couple of weeks ago.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mayor, may I answer that?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, we were having some challenges with the automotive industry. They were having challenges because of the trade agreements and the challenges that the U.S. was having with China. And a lot of the supplies come from China and Mexico, or back and forth for different pieces being completed before they're actually put on the car. So there were some challenges, and right now we have to, that supply chain is still kind of getting ramped up. So it's not just here in the U.S., it's across the, out to all their supply chains where they're getting their main resources. And we're not just finding this with automotive, but you'll be seeing this with food processing and everything as COVID is starting to, people are starting to get back to work. It's taking time. If you've ordered anything online recently, you notice how long it's taking to get to your house now. It's on delay, it's on back order, and this is, again, was part of the manufacturing. It's taken a lot longer because of COVID and the trade.
Thank you, Pamela. Any additional questions or for Pamela Bettis from Growth Dimensions this evening? Thank you. Next up, under number 7, approval of
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Under approval expenditures, we have general and special fund expenditures of $1,044,214.43. May I have a motion to approve these expenditures, please?
I'll make the motion to spend that.
Okay. Motion by Alderman Stevens. May I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Fleury. Questions, comments on any of the expenditures this month in the general? Wendy has one first. Alderman Frank?
Well, I was just going to ask why it was a little high. Is it because we're doing all the, oh, no, thank you.
Okay. Alderman Freeman, you have the floor.
Thank you. I have a couple for Chief Woody. On page 9, apparently I have a couple questions about this one. Bronze Auto Body, $4,185.10 for apparently squad number 30 hair damage repair. My first question is, why would we only have one squad that was damaged by hail out of our whole fleet? And my second question is this not covered under insurance?
Yeah, the reason why it was just one squad, it was a take-home squad that was parked outside one of our detective squad cars. And the second, my understanding, and Becky or Sarah will have to correct me if I'm wrong, is we have to pay it and then insurance reimburses us.
Yeah, Sarah just said it has been already reimbursed.
Okay. So then on the same page, squad number 10, we paid Jerry Butita for diagnosis. And then on page 11, also squad number 10 was towed.
Yeah, the squad was having mechanical difficulties, so they were able to drive it to Jerry Butita's. He diagnosed it with transmission issues, and we believed that it was going to be covered by warranty, so we had to have it towed to Wolf's, and we are still trying to work out whether or not this is going to be a warranty or insurance claim.
Okay, and the last one I have for you, Sharon, is on the bottom of page 10 and on the top of page 11. I know that Public Works does a lot of its own repairs, but there's a lot of Napa auto parts. So are we doing some of our own repairs?
No, there was an agreement way back when, long before I was ever appointed chief, with Napa through Jerry Butita's, where Napa provides a certain discount for the police department and provides that to Jerry Butita's. So whenever Jerry diagnoses a vehicle and it needs parts, they get it from Napa and then ultimately ends up having to pay Napa for those parts.
I just have one for, Brett. At the top of page 23, it is Midwest Operating Engineering, for, it looks like street health and welfare. What is street health and welfare for $17,520, Brent?
I'll let Becky explain that one.
That would be the health insurance cost for the street department employees.
Oh, okay. That's all I had.
Thank you. Anybody else, questions or comments on the general and special fund expenditures? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Brereton,
Aye.
Flurry,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Arivalo,
Aye.
10 in favor.
Motion is approved unanimously. And when can we expect the check, Alderman Stevens? You said you'd be happy to pay for these. When you made the motion, you said you'd be happy to pay for these, so I was just wondering when we could expect the check.
I got checks in the checkbook.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Next up, we have water and sewer fund expenditures in the amount of $552,202.41. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion to pay for
Big
this.
spender tonight. Alderman Stevens has made a motion. I'll entertain a second.
I'll second that.
Alderman Arivalo has made a second. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning any of these expenditures? Hearing none, all those in favor will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Flurry,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Arivalo,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
10 in favor.
Water and sewer fund expenditures of $552,202.41 are approved unanimously. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, under committee reports and minutes of city officers, please notice that items A through G have been received and placed on file, which brings us to item H, minutes of the committee of the whole, Building, Planning, Zoning, and Public Works of June 8th, 2020. I will entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve those minutes.
Motion by Alderman Stevens,
I'll
second by
second that.
Alderman Arivalo. Questions, comments, or proposed amendments to the minutes as presented? Yes, Alderman Frank.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to B and ask Chief Heiser if he can comment about the overtime, why it was so high this month.
May had 3 pay periods, so we have 2 months of the year where we have 3 pay periods instead of 2. So there's actually 3 pay periods of overtime, which is why it looks higher.
So that looks okay to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Chief, are you all right?
Yeah.
You look like you got a little hitch in your giddy up there.
You gotta feel your leg walk.
Okay, okay. All right, thank you. Any additional questions or comments? Yes.
I wasn't sure where you wanted me to do my little financial report. Did you want me to do it
You know what?
under all
Let's
those?
do it now.
Okay.
I think you're kind of motion on the approval of the minutes, is that correct?
Yes, we do.
You might want to dispose of the motion that's on the floor and then go back.
Okay, here's it. All those in favor of approval, will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman.
Aye.
McGee.
Aye.
Porter.
Aye.
Ratcliffe.
Aye.
Snow.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Arivalo.
Aye.
Brereton.
Aye.
Flurry.
Aye.
10 in favor.
Minutes are approved unanimously. Now Financial Director will share with us the new little thing that she's doing to help us see where we are in terms of year over year.
So I apologize if some of you did not get to your email and were able to pull this off. Those in the room have it. I did email it out to everybody. Check your emails if you haven't. Otherwise, I can try and get it to you tomorrow, and I'll try and explain a little bit the best I can. What you have before you is a revenue comparables, just so you can see where we were last year for the fiscal year 20 versus this new fiscal year 21 for some of the really important revenues, especially the revenues that our COVID pandemic could alter and have altered. We're just now starting to see some of those numbers. As I had told you before, it would take a few months before we would really start to see the effect because of the delay in the payments that we receive from the state. In May, we really don't see anything yet as far as our different sales tax and local use taxes. The local motor fuel tax, definitely. So the May figures here are actually April, because they pay the following month. So your local motor fuel tax last May of fiscal year 20, so it would have been May of 2019, was $47,360. This year, for May, it was $29,363. So there was a 38% decrease, which we knew was going to happen. People weren't driving. People had the stay-at-home order. So we were expecting that. I'm hoping that that is the worst month and that they'll continue to start to increase as people go back to work. So I don't have the June figure for that yet because those the gas stations are just starting to pay it this month because they're due on the 20th. So next month I should have more information on that. Obviously the court fines, the gaming, the video gaming. Obviously June, July, and August will be zero for gaming. Court fines are extremely low because courts were closed and not a lot of people were issued citations or paying citations. MFT is down. In June is where you start to notice the sales tax. And we were down about 9.5% from June of last year. Our home rule sales tax was down about 16.5%. Our local use tax was up. This is your online sales. This is because everybody was ordering everything offline. This would be, June would actually be for March. So you can tell we're a couple months in the rears. And our income tax is about the same, and that is because of the unemployment. If you've ever received an unemployment check, you pay full state taxes on that. So as long as I think it's the end of July that stimulus expires, and that's when we could start to see a hit to the income tax, as if those people are no longer receiving the income or the unemployment benefits and they're not going back to work. So that's what we'll have to watch. So anyway, every month I will provide this, and I'll probably continue to add a few more different revenues to it. I don't have the corporate replacement tax on here. I will next month, and possibly some others. So we're continuing to follow it closely.
Yes.
Snow has a question.
Just a sec, Snow.
Just like to add, as far as in reference to the MFT funds, we will be revising our street overlay list, reducing that about 30% from our original list, and that will be presented to the City Council or at the committee meeting next Monday night in anticipation of the reduced revenues due to the COVID.
Alderman Snow, you now have the floor.
When does the video gaming become active again, or has it already?
City Attorney.
It is not active yet. We're not entirely certain. There was new guidance put out by the Gaming Board late last week that underscores when it does begin, what steps video gaming locations will have to take to qualify to reopen. The guidance says the earliest it will reopen would be when we move to Phase 4 under the current reopening plan. So the earliest it could possibly open would be June 26th. It could be later. At the time that they're ready to begin opening, each video game establishment will have to submit a plan to the gaming board articulating how they're going to ensure adequate spacing of the video games, physical barriers between the games to prevent transmission of diseases and viruses and things like that. So it sounds like it will not be open until the earliest June 26th, and it may not be a flip the switch for all kind of thing, but kind of a staggered reopening depending on who has their plans approved or not.
Does that answer your question fully?
Thank you.
Anyone else have a question? Okay. So moving ahead to unfinished business under item 9, first we have under A, ordinance 495H. It's the second reading, an ordinance revising the budget number 446H, the 2019-20 budget ordinance for the city of Belvedere. Would remind the council that a supermajority of 8 votes is required for passage. May I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Alderman Revalo. May I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Fleury. Questions or comments concerning the motion now on the floor? Alderman Frank.
Becky, this is last year's, right?
Correct. This is last year's actual revenues and expenditures.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Thanks.
Additional questions or comments concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval will signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, nay.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Arivalo,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Flurry,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Mayor Chamberlain,
Aye.
11 in favor.
This is one of those rare occasions that the mayor gets to vote on something, so I always take the opportunity. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Next, under B, we have ordinance 497H, a second reading amendment to section 14-454 of the City of Belvedere Municipal Code. It's the proration of fees for new video gaming applicants. May I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Alderman Fleury, second by Alderman Frank. Alderman Frank? Yes. Okay, I have a motion and a second. Questions, comments concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Arivalo,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Flurry,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
10 in favor.
Ordinance 497H is approved unanimously. Which brings us to item C, which is ordinance 492H, a second reading, an ordinance authorizing the sale of municipal parking lot, former Manley lot. I'll have the city attorney share some comments that we got from the board at the community building complex.
Actually, I just had some conversations with Mr. Brown, as well as, he had a series of questions that have been responded to, but he did ask that remain on the table for the time being until they brief their board more fully, so we can leave that on the table for the time being.
Okay, thank you. Next, on number 10, new business, we have a silent reading for ordinance 498H. It's an ordinance amending section 110-67B2 of the Belvedere City Municipal Code. As is our custom, we're reading that aloud for the people at home, but there is no action taken on that this evening. Under item B, we have a resolution, number 2015 of 2020, a resolution amending the sexual harassment policy as required by the Public Act. I think you all got communication. We are all required to complete the sexual harassment training, and it's due by August 1st at the latest. You can do that online, so appreciate everybody doing that as soon as possible. So I would entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2015-2020.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
By Alderman Stevens and a second by Alderman Frank. Questions, comments concerning the resolution now on the floor?
I have a question.
Yes, Alderman Freeman, you have the floor.
So I got your email, Mr. Drella, and I tried to click on the link and it won't come up, and then I got the memo and I tried to actually type it into my laptop and it says it may be a corrupt file. It won't let me open it. I don't know if I'm the only one having trouble, but I can't get into this iml.org/page.cfm?key 23944 or 943.
I know it worked for myself, but I'll be happy.
What's the deadline again for this?
I'm sorry?
What's the deadline again for this?
August 1st.
Alderman Freeman, it worked for myself, and I believe for some other people in this building. But what I'll do is I will print, it's a PDF, I'll print that and email it to you so you can peruse it, then sign the certification that will be attached to it, and you can just send that back to the clerk's office.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Did we take the tally yet? No. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Porter?
Aye.
Radcliffe?
Aye.
Snow? Snow?
Oh, aye. I couldn't hear you.
Stevens?
Aye.
Arivalo?
Aye.
Brereton?
Aye.
Flurry?
Aye.
Frank?
Aye.
Freeman?
Aye.
McGee?
Aye.
10 in favor?
Thank you, it's unanimous. And Snow, now we know how long it takes for you to get the refrigerator and back in your house. Next up, we have motions forwarded from Committee of the Whole, Building, Planning, and Zoning and Public Works of June 8th, 2020. Motions will be presented by Chairman Freeman. Chairman Freeman, you have the floor.
Thank you. A, motion to approve the proposal from Strand Associates in an amount not to exceed $39,000 for the design and inspection of the Southwest Elevated Tank Rehabilitation Project. This work will be paid for from the Water Department capital funds.
Motion out of committee. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning the motion now on the floor?
I guess I do have a question. I noticed that, this may have nothing to do with what's being done, but there's a lot of mold and mildew on the bottom of the tank on the outside, and it kind of looks tacky. I didn't know if this encompassed any kind of cleaning of that, and if nothing else, what can or should we do for that?
Yes, that work will not be done until next season, but yes, the whole tank the exterior of the tank will be sandblasted, primed, and painted.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments concerning the motion on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the motion will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Radcliffe?
Aye.
Snow?
Aye.
Stevens?
Aye.
Arivalo?
Aye.
Brereton?
Aye.
Flurry?
Aye.
Frank?
Aye.
Freeman?
Aye.
McGee?
Aye.
Porter?
Aye.
10 in favor.
Motion is approved unanimously.
B, motion to approve the proposal from Strand Associates in the amount of $31,500 to complete the risk and resilience assessment and develop the emergency response plan for our community water system to be submitted to U.S. EPA for approval. This work will be paid for from Water Department capital funds.
Motion out of committee. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Arivalo,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Flurry,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
10 in favor.
Motion is approved unanimously.
C, motion to approve the expenditure of $8,125 per application for mosquito control.
Motion out of committee. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning the motion now on the floor? Yes, Alderman Arivalo.
I have a simple question. How harsh are these chemicals? Do they get diluted pretty well when it rains, or are they just, I don't know what you want to call it, environmental, like safety, like safe?
Yes, this is the same company, same firm that did the spraying last year for us. They made one application last year. So the anticipation is we'll do that first application again this year, and we'll see how Mother Nature reacts, and the mosquito population reacts to Mother Nature for the balance of the summer season. The chemicals are all acceptable for all the residential areas for use.
Thank you.
Additional questions or comments?
I have a question.
Yes, Alderman Freeman.
So Brent, we've had a lot of rain already this year. I've noticed mosquitoes are pretty bad even during the daytime. Are we getting ready to do this soon if this is approved?
Yep, I'll be in contact with the company tomorrow if it's approved, and we'll make arrangements so that we can get it advertised, get it out to the public to let them know the day and the time that the application will be taking place.
Additional questions?
Question, Alderman Snow. Do we anticipate a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Not sure until I talk to the firm tomorrow. I'm not sure what their schedule is. They just confirmed their availability as far as they'd be able to get to respond, but I don't know for sure what that time frame's going to be.
Thank you.
Additional questions or comments concerning the motion on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Stevens,
Aye.
Arivalo,
Aye.
Brereton,
No.
Flurry,
Aye.
Frank,
No.
Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
No.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
7 in favor.
Motion is approved. Just out of curiosity, those with the nay votes, is there a reason why you voted nay? So we're aware of it.
I just have a lot of strong feelings about it. I just don't know why we need to spray chemicals. I mean, mosquitoes are a food source for many birds, other issues. I just don't like the whole idea of chemicals. I don't even do my yard anymore. I don't fertilize it at all. So I'm just anti-chemicals.
Okay, that's a good enough reason. Anybody else? Same?
Yeah, I voted for it. I voted no for it last year, so I voted no for it again this year.
Okay. Good enough. I'd just always like to know, so we have an idea if you've gotten feedback from people in the community or something like that. All right, moving on to D, Alderman Freeman, Chairman Freeman.
D, motion for approval to apply for Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity Grant Opportunity OGM-20-72 in the amount of $300,000. Grant funds will be used toward the stormwater projects that were budgeted in fiscal year 2020.
Motion out of committee. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Arivalo?
Aye.
Brereton?
Aye.
Flurry?
Aye.
Frank?
Aye.
Freeman?
Aye.
McGee?
Aye.
Porter?
Aye.
Ratcliffe?
Aye.
Snow?
Aye.
Stevens?
Aye.
10 in favor.
Thank you. Motion is approved unanimously.
E, motion for approval to apply for Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity Grant Opportunity OGM-20-64 in the amount of $100,000. Grant funds will be used toward the stormwater projects that were budgeted in fiscal year 2020.
Motion out of committee. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Brereton?
Aye.
Flurry?
Aye.
Frank?
Aye.
Freeman?
Aye.
McGee?
Aye.
Porter?
Aye.
Ratcliffe?
Aye.
Snow?
Aye.
Stevens?
Aye.
Arivalo?
Aye.
10 in favor.
Motion is approved unanimously.
F, motion for approval of the proposal from TRC for providing engineering services related to the operation of the blower/flare system at Belvedere, Boone County Landfill Number 2. The expenditure of $9,800 is to be split 50-50 with Boone County.
Motion out of committee. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Flurry?
Aye.
Frank?
Aye.
Freeman?
Aye.
McGee?
Aye.
Porter?
Aye.
Ratcliffe?
Aye.
Snow?
Aye.
Stevens?
Aye.
Arivalo?
Aye.
Brereton?
Aye.
10 in favor.
Motion is approved unanimously. Thank you, Chairman Freeman. Next up, we have motions of finance and personnel, or a motion, and it will be presented by Chairman Ratcliffe. Chairman Ratcliffe, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor. G, motion to approve the proposal from Keycode Media for the purchase and installation of new media server, a new camera, new microphones for remote use, and new audio system as set forth in the proposal, quote number 2091961.
Motion out of committee. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning the motion now on the floor? Alderman Frank?
I'm just wondering if Attorney Drella can just give us the dollar amount?
It was in the original packet. The total dollar amount for the Key Code Media quote, including all the audio and all the video, was $20,650. That was in my memo from last week.
Thank you.
Additional questions or comments concerning the motion now on the floor?
And Alderman Snow,
Yes,
so did we say that this upgrade and stuff isn't going to fix the fact that we can't hear anybody when we're on the phones? Because I got to tell you, we on the phones can hear each other great. It's we can't hear the mayor, Brent, and the clerk, and anybody else who chimes in. It's very difficult.
I was actually addressing that very question when the phone cut out last week, which was very strange and coincidental. No, it will not address that issue at all. This has nothing to do with the phone systems. The issue that you're having is with the fact that we're trying to use a conference phone to address everything. So what you're actually hearing through the conference phone is everybody in this room speaking. It's not plugged into the PA system. The competitor did have an option where we could tie it through the PA system, but I just didn't think that was worth $18,000 difference in cost.
So hopefully we'll all be back in the same room together soon, and that will solve the majority of that issue. Any additional questions or comments concerning the motion now on the floor?
I had one.
Yes, Alderman Freeman.
So, Mike, is this a one-time thing, or will there be ongoing charges associated with this installation?
Nope, the installation is a one-time cost. We are currently under contract with the AVI to provide system maintenance. They were charging us about, don't quote me on this, but I think it was approximately $2,000 a year for system maintenance. I don't know if we'll enter in any kind of contract like that with Key Code Media. There is a 5-year warranty on the electronics unit, which is the bulk of the cost and the backbone of the system. And the rest of the equipment has a 1-year warranty. So after the first year, we may wish to consider a relationship with either Key Code or AVI to maintain that equipment. But frankly, we may not need to, because in the past, it just had them coming out and making sure everything was working right. When I called them, they came out and fixed it. But I think that was once in a 10-year span that they actually had to fix something that was broken. So it may be cheaper to pay as we go. We'll look at that in about a year or two.
Additional questions or comments concerning the motion on the floor?
Alderman Snow has another question.
Okay.
So I understand the system won't fix our current deal with doing the teleconference that we're doing now, but will this make it so people can hear it when they're watching it? Because obviously we all get complaints from people who can't hear what's going on when they're watching the video.
It is our hope that it will address any issues with the PA system and its connection to the audio. Currently, our PA system ties into the electronics unit, providing the audio that goes out to Comcast. Every time we've analyzed the issue that's come up from time to time, the audio out has actually been fine as it goes out to Comcast. There was one time when we first installed the system that, in fact, they had their volume levels turned down too low, and they addressed that, and I want to say that was prior to 2008. One of the biggest problems we have with our audio, quite frankly, is myself or whoever else is using a microphone either talking too close like this, or backing up too far away, or forgetting to turn the microphone on, which causes either horrible static in the system or just not picking it up. So a lot of that problem is actually user error on our end, not using the microphones or not speaking towards them. However, we have had some problems in the last year or so with crackling. If you watch YouTube videos, you hear a sound that is in our amplifiers, and that is why we're replacing those. This fix should repair that problem.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Frank?
Aye.
Freeman?
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Arivalo,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Flurry,
Aye.
10 in favor.
Motion is approved unanimously. Thank you, Chairman Ratcliffe. And the final motion of the evening will be presented by now Chairman Burton. Motions of public safety. Motion to accept it. Go ahead, sir. You now have the floor.
Thank you. H, motion to accept the donation of $500 from the Walmart Corporation to be utilized towards fire prevention.
Motion out of committee. Questions, comments, or further discussion concerning the motion now on the floor? Hearing none, all those in favor will, when your name is called, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Freeman. Freeman,
Aye.
McGee,
Aye.
Porter,
Aye.
Ratcliffe,
Aye.
Snow,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Arivalo,
Aye.
Brereton,
Aye.
Flurry,
Aye.
Frank,
Aye.
10 in favor.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Chairman Brereton. That brings us
Thank
to,
you.
I'll entertain a motion for adjournment of the festivities.
I'll make the motion.
A motion by Alderman Fleury and a second by Alderman Frank. Questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It was a very productive meeting. Have a safe evening.